All right, thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's really good to see you. I haven't seen several of you for a long time, and I'm really happy to. I picked restorative because it is no effort, which is nice for the middle of the day, and you don't require any yoga experience or any real flexibility to do it. So that seemed good. So let's go ahead and everybody has pillows and blankets nearby. This is going to be our basic setup. We are going to take something firm on the floor. This is an orthopedic pillow. Take something firm on the floor. It can be a couple of pillows, it can be books, whatever you can use, and then another pillow lengthwise. So this is going to prop up your spine, this is going to support your spine, and then maybe a little blanket right here where your hips will sit, depending on, you know, if it's comfortable for you to have the floor against your hips or not. And then once you get everything set up, go ahead and we're going to we're going to come to an easy seat to start. So just with your legs comfortable, if they can be crisscross applesauce, half lotus with one leg up on top of the other, or one leg in front of the other, whatever is comfortable. And I'm going to turn and face y'all. And we're going to start off just with a couple of neck movements to start to unwind and relax a little bit. So when you're ready, go ahead and sit up nice and straight. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears as best they can. And then draw the shoulder blades together gently to open up the chest a little bit. Allow the eyes to close, or let your eyelids become very heavy with the eyes themselves unfocused. Begin to let the body soften. Just noticing the places where you're holding tension and consciously releasing without a lot of movement, just letting go a little bit, and especially noticing where you might be holding tension. And then bring your focus to your breath. You don't need to change it or alter it yet. Simply notice. Feel the cool air coming in on the inhale and the warmer air escaping on the exhale. And whatever the breath pattern is, it's absolutely fine. It's all yours. And then notice your mind. The mind and the breath are extremely connected. So if the breath is a little short and shallow, maybe just dancing in the upper parts of the lungs, in likelihood the mind isn't very calm. In likelihood the mind is maybe on its hamster wheel, or, you know, creating lists or whatever it is that your mind does. And then knowing what you brought to the mat today with your mind, your body, and your breath. Let's start to take a couple of movements linked with breath. So as you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, let the chin fall to the chest, trying not to round the upper part of the back. With an inhale, drag your chin over towards your right shoulder. With an exhale, bring the chin to center. With an inhale, drag the chin towards the left shoulder. Exhaling to center. Inhale towards the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. And then go ahead and take 3 more of these complete movements from each side to the other. at your pace. Begin to develop a deeper breath. So if you can, begin to breathe into your belly. Let your movements be slow. And if there's any place you'd like to linger a little bit, if it feels good just to have your chin to your chest, or maybe over to the left and maybe even pick it up a little bit more, linger where it feels good and let these movements be your own. And let the breath begin to grow a little bit deeper. And when you've finished that third movement over to the left, bring the chin back to center. Go ahead and release your arms down and inhale them up, clasping your hands behind your head so that your thumbs are resting at your occipital ridge, that little ridge at the bottom of your skull. And let your elbows hang heavily towards one another. As you inhale, press the back of your head into your hands and open the elbows up. Exhaling back down, elbows together, chin to chest. Inhale, open up, pressing the head into the hands. Exhale, chin to chest, elbows together. Inhale, open up. Exhaling down. Inhale, open up. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the arms down. We're just going to take one more set of neck movements. So as you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And this time, reach your left arm up and bring your hand to your head right above your ear. And let the weight of your arm give you just a little extra stretch. You can also take your right hand and press your fingertips into the floor. And maybe walk the fingers back a little bit. It just changes the stretch. You can also move your chin down a little bit if that feels good, or up. Find the sweet spot, find the place that feels good. And of course, keep breathing, please. Breathe deeply in and out through the nostrils. 2 more deep breaths. And release. Inhale, exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And then inhale the arm up, bringing the right hand to the head. Pressing the left fingers into the floor, you can move the arm around, finding the sweet spot, finding the good stretch. Breathe deeply. And go ahead and release. Inhale the head back to center. And then let's go ahead and take our position. So with your back facing your setup, feet to the floor, bring your hands behind the hips slightly and roll down. Make sure that you are supported from the head down. It's very important that the head, neck, and shoulders feel comfortable and safe. So you might need to swoosh your way down a little bit onto the floor. Take the first few moments of any pose in a restorative class to make sure you are completely comfortable. Your body relaxes more when you feel supported. So when you feel your torso feels right and your head and neck feel very supported, walk your feet together and open out the knees. So you're in a reclined butterfly. You can take your feet rather far away from your body. You don't have to be in really close like with a regular butterfly. In fact, make a nice diamond shape with your legs. And then notice if your knees feel comfortable. If your knees don't feel comfortable and supported, you're going to have a hard time relaxing and opening the hips. So if you need to, take any of the blankets or pillows or whatever you have, stuffing them underneath the thighs or the knees, and then finding your position again. Make sure you feel comfortable. The arms can flop out and open up. If they do, palms up means you're exchanging energy with the universe. Palms down is for grounding. And usually our body tells us what we need, which way to go. It might be more comfortable for you to rest with your hands on your belly. And if that's the case, that's absolutely fine. I won't stay in the position. I will talk to you for a little while, and then I will let you be comfortable and relax. So once you've found your place and you are feeling absolutely comfortable here, begin to breathe into your belly more. We do not breathe so deeply in yoga that it makes us dizzy or woozy, or that it's so active that we're lifting our back off of the floor. Just slowly begin to fill your lungs and feel the belly rounding. And with the exhale, the belly relaxes down towards the spine very quietly. Inhale, belly rounds. Exhale, belly relaxes down. When we start our practice in reclined butterfly, it helps to unwind the body. It helps us to open up our hips, which helps our low backs. And it's a slight chest opener so that you can breathe a little bit easier. As you're breathing into your belly, you're going to feel the rest of your torso beginning to relax, and you will probably be able to deepen the breath. You will feel the breath move from the belly up into the ribs, and then the exhale will relax the ribs together and soften the belly. And eventually you may feel the breath move all the way up towards the collarbones. Don't rush it. Give your body time to relax and unwind. Sometimes it's difficult for those of us who tend to be a little more type A, or who are just used to working hard. Sometimes it's difficult for us not to work as hard. Stay in touch with your breath and let your body guide you. into what you're ready for without forcing the breath. And what you'll feel eventually, especially in a posture like this, is you'll feel the back of the body and the front of the body separating and coming together. If you know that your mind wanders, or if it is already wandering, count your breath. As you inhale, just count 1, 2, 3, wherever you go to. And as you exhale, count the breath on the way out. 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Frequently in restorative yoga, the exhale will be longer than the inhale. And that's good. That's your parasympathetic nervous system kicking in and calming you. You may also get the yawns. Your eyes may water a little bit. You might doze off. Those things are all good. And if that happens, that's fine. If you doze off, please, if you hear my voice, it doesn't mean that you have to move. You can stay right where you are. Continue breathing deeply, counting your breath. And you have a few more minutes in the pose. Be comfortable and continue to follow your breath. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Don't pop right up out of any pose. Give yourself a moment. Allow the breath to bring you back to your place on the mat. You can leave your eyes closed Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs and slowly bring the knees up to center with the feet on the floor. And pause there for a moment before you do anything else. Just give the muscles a moment to rebound. We hold the poses in restorative much longer than in any type of yoga, so there's a little moment required to let everything move back to its place. And then go ahead and stretch your legs long in front of you. Press out through the balls of the feet like you're pressing on the accelerator of your car. And then press the toes back towards the forehead like you're standing on the floor. Inhale, press out through the balls of the feet, wiggle the toes. Exhale, pressing out through the heels. Take a couple more of these. Maybe you can do 1 foot at a time. Take whatever, if you need a little movement with the legs, if you want to circle the ankles, just not too big a movement, just small movements. And then go ahead and bring your feet to the floor again and press yourself up to a seated position. We're going to go ahead and go into a supported twist. So we'll use the setup, we'll use the pillows basically the same way that they are. If you have glasses, sometimes it's easier to take them off. So you're going to bring your left hip up close to your pillows, to your bolsters or setups. You're going to bring your hands to frame it out. And then you're going to let your knees fall to the floor, and you're going to turn your torso towards your pillows. And then slowly bring as much of your chest down to your setup as you can. Your arms will probably hold your pillows. If you turn your head to face your knees, it's more comfortable. If you try to turn your head the other way, it deepens the twist, but it's not always comfortable on your neck. And remember, we hold this for a few minutes. So make sure that you're laying comfortably, and you can let your top thigh rest in the bottom foot. You can put a pillow or a blanket between your knees. Remember to take these first few moments to get comfortable and feel well supported. Twists are remarkably important because they help us with our digestion, they help us with stress. Think of wringing out a sponge. And of course, it helps your spine. Find that deep breath again. It's going to feel a little different. It might feel a little restricted because A, you're twisting, and B, you're laying towards or on your belly. But the deeper the breath, the more your twist can work for you. Restorative yoga has many benefits to it. You get the benefit of full and deep stretches. Your body relaxes and lets go as much as you will let it here. The breath helps. You will find that restorative yoga helps to increase your flexibility safely because we are moving so slowly. And again, I always encourage you to move very, very slowly when you come out of a position. It is believed that restorative yoga can help to boost your immune system through deep relaxation. we certainly know that the more stress we have, it can be detrimental to our immune system. So conversely, it would seem that if we are relaxed, we might have a stronger immune system, or we can strengthen it. Restorative yoga will definitely help to balance your nervous system and calm your mind. Deep breathing will do that. Holding these positions will do that. Restorative yoga can help you recover from illness or injury. Because there is so little effort involved, it helps you relax even if you've been a little off or if you are recovering from some other sort of sports injury. One of my favorite benefits of restorative yoga is that it can help carve a path towards a meditation practice. What we do in restorative yoga to help keep our mind somewhat engaged so that we can relax definitely leads us towards meditation. And when stray thoughts do enter your mind, please don't be judgmental, and please don't be angry with yourself. Don't force anything out. Thoughts frequently pop up for a reason. When I first started doing restorative yoga, all these work things would pop into my mind because my head was so clear. As your mind clears, sometimes things enter it. So whatever the thought is, respect it. Give it just a moment, but don't let it overwhelm you. Just file it away to be dealt with after practice. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Bring your hands to the floor when you're ready, taking your time, and slowly press yourself up. Let your eyes stay closed or foggy. And just come to a seated position. It doesn't matter which direction you're facing. Extend your legs out in front of you. Let your chin fall to your chest. Let your arms relax down. And just pause for a moment. Again, just allowing everything, all of your muscles and soft tissue, to redistribute and kind of go back to their normal place. And when you feel ready, raise your head. And we're going to go ahead now and bring our right hip up to the bolster. Or sorry, I always call them that, but I mean your setup, your pillows or blankets. We will twist, bringing our hands to either side, and at the same time bend the knees. And you can let the top calf rest in the foot. Again, bring a pillow or a blanket between the knees, whatever's comfortable for you. And when you're ready, turn your torso, your belly towards the setup, and slowly lower down, letting your head face your knees. Unless, of course, if you had your head facing away the first time, face away this time as well, so that you balance out your neck. Find that good deep breath again, breathing into the belly. Inhaling deeply and exhaling completely. allowing everything to soften. This twist helps to relieve the stress and tension in the muscles along your sides and midsection. As I said, good for digestion. Twists are always nice to do if you are traveling, which we will again someday, and you get a little stomach issue. Make sure you're comfortable. Twists are nice for when you're traveling to help, relieve any digestive issues. And when you're holding the twist for a while in a relaxed state, it also increases blood flow to your stomach. These are all good things. If the mind is wandering, or if you notice that you are thinking, about your position, or you're thinking about whether you're doing it right, as long as you're comfortable, you're doing it right. And if you're not comfortable, I would still recommend, moving things around a little bit until you are. And just keep in mind, no matter what's going on today, with your body, with your mind, with your household, with the outside world, nothing is permanent except impermanence. Right? Nothing is permanent except that everything is impermanent. If you think of a garden or a plant, especially a flowering plant or a fruit tree, you can see so clearly the different stages they go through. So remember, everything is going to change. Let it. Don't fight it. There's no point to fighting it. You are strong and solid. Even if you don't believe in yourself, you are the one person who has always been there for yourself. You are your own rock. And by taking care of yourself, by doing yoga, breathing, walking, taking breaks when you need to, when these changes come, you're going to be strong and solid and ready. Inhale deeply. and exhale completely. Follow the breath for a moment, coming back to the mat, and then bring your hands to the floor as you're ready, pressing yourself up to seated. Let your legs stretch out in front of you. Take your hands to your kneecaps. Let your knees be soft and wobble your legs around. If you circle your kneecap, it makes your legs move along with. And then reverse it, go in the other direction. You can press out through the toes again, pressing back through the heels. Good. And we're going to go into a forward bend next. So we're just going to slowly turn and face our pillows and blankets again. Take a blanket or a small pillow and fold it up so that it's got maybe a half an inch to an inch of height, and sit on the edge of it. That allows your pelvis to tilt forward, so it gives you a little more space for forward bends. And then we're going to go ahead and use our setup to catch us. In my case, I know I have a tight back and hips, so I take my legs a little bit far apart and I set my everything between. If you have a fairly flexible low back and hips, you can bring your legs closer together and put everything on top of your legs. Just remember, you're going to keep your knees and feet soft. You don't have to press out through your heels and engage the whole leg hard. Everything's a little bit soft to make space. So again, glasses up to you. Facing your setup, take a good inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lower down, keeping the legs soft. Make sure the knees are soft until you feel your back start to round. When you feel your back start to round, let it and relax down. Now I would need something extra here to help prop up my head. We don't want our head to just dangle. Supporting the head and neck is one of the most important things you can do to make sure the rest of the body can relax. So make sure that the head and neck are supported. Arms come wherever is comfortable, out to the sides, resting on your legs, holding up your setup. And you can either have your face to the right or left, and I'll remind you to turn your head partway through, or you can just have your gaze down. It just depends on what works for you and what's available to you with your setup. In this position, it's remarkably important to make sure that you get comfortable and that you feel like you can hold this position for several minutes. Make sure you have enough props under your head. Good, Amber, that looks right. And find that good, deep breath. Again, it's going to feel a little different, kind of like in the twists, because you are probably pressing into your belly. So that compression makes it a little bit difficult. But notice how that feels when you can round your belly and maybe press it in towards your thighs or your setup. Breathing deeply in and out. Forward bend stretches your spine, your shoulders, your pelvis, your hamstrings, pretty much the entire back of your body. It also helps to stimulate and balance some of your internal organs. And It can also help you relieve stress. This is another one. If you're having trouble sleeping, this is a good pose to do for 5 or 10 minutes before you go to bed, or if you wake up in the night. There have been many periods of time where I have had my restorative yoga setups ready for me in the middle of the living room because I knew I was going to wake up in the night. Sometimes if you just do a couple of poses and focus on the breath, you can get back to sleep. This also helps to improve digestion and appetite, helps calm the mind, and it can help reduce anxiety. So continue to breathe here. If I can't see you, because everybody I can see looks like they're pretty comfortable. If I can't see you and you're having trouble getting comfortable, you can also just sit up straight and focus on just sitting up straight and extending the spine up. As you find that good deep breath and keep it moving, go ahead and count the breath. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, wherever you go. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever you go. Focus on counting the breath until it feels almost just like a cycle. Like you're just following the breath in and out of the body. If you find that you pause between the inhale and the exhale, that there's just a little brief stop, that's fine. That's absolutely perfect, in fact. If you have your head turned one way, go ahead and turn it the other way. And continue to breathe. Finding your breath count, your rhythm. One last thing about this pose is that it can also, it's believed to help with sinus issues. And I know my allergies have been on and off, kind of insane this season. So if you find that you're having any sinus issues, give this a try. It might help. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Follow your breath, coming back to the mat. And when you are ready, and not 1 second before, slowly press yourself up to seated. Allow the eyes to stay closed. When you're ready, move aside your props, any pillows or blankets. And we're going to go ahead and come to our backs for our final relaxation. So when you're ready, when your mat is all cleaned off, Slowly roll down to the floor. And then notice, just like with any other position, notice if you need anything under your head, maybe a little pillow or blanket for under the head or neck. It's often nice to roll up a little blanket and just put it under the neck. That can feel really nice. If you have tension in your low back, hips, or hamstrings, sometimes a blanket or pillow under the legs feels nice. And then once you're comfortable, draw the shoulder blades down and together. Move the shoulders away from the ears and let your hands rest on your belly or flop out to the sides. Whatever positions you choose, make sure that you are 200% comfortable. You could not be any more comfortable if you tried. That might be an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And find the breath again. You don't need to necessarily breathe deeply here. Simply be in touch with your breath. Following it in and out through the nostrils. And follow the breath. Now begin to visualize at your nostrils just a little white light. And don't worry if your white is gold or silver or pink. Whatever color it is, it's fine. And as you inhale, just watch this light draw up your nostrils up to the point between your eyebrows. And as you exhale, watch the light leave the nostrils. Inhale the light up to third eye center. Exhale, watch the light move down the nostrils. Take several more breaths, focusing on the light, moving in and out of the nostrils. And with your next inhale, draw that light up between the eyebrows to that third eye center. This is home to the Ajna chakra, one of these chakras. And just hold the light there between your eyebrows and allow the eyebrows to move away from one another. Relax the forehead so that we don't have that little wrinkly line between the eyebrows. And as you hold that light there, continue to breathe, feeling the forehead and the eyebrows relax. And again, if the white light is slightly pink or gold or silver, or if it's pure blazing white, that's all perfect. It's your light. Now, as you are ready, with an inhale, draw the light from third eye center, from the eyebrow point, back to about mid-brain, right between the ears. And with the exhale, press the light back to third eye center. Inhale, draw the light back to mid-brain. Exhale that light out between the eyebrows. Take several more breaths, breathing, drawing the light back to mid-brain. Exhaling, pressing the light out between the eyebrows. with the next inhale, draw the light back to midbrain and hold it there. Just holding your ball of light. Watching it. And then allow that light to grow so that it moves and lights up the entire inside of your skull. It's not penetrating the brain so much as in that area between the skull and the brain. Let that light shine brightly. And for some of us, the whole space fills up. For others, it's a patch at a time, and all of it is right. This is your practice, and it's right. So no judgment, no concerns. And as the light continues to light up the inside of your skull, perhaps you feel the brain beginning to calm down and relax. As you're ready, start to draw the light together again at midbrain between the ears, gathering your light into a nice ball at midbrain and holding it there for several breaths. Taking your time, bringing all the bits of light from under the skull to midbrain. And when you're ready, with an exhale, press the light to third eye center, the nice smooth area between the eyebrows. Hold it there for just a few breaths. And then exhale the light out through the nostrils. Going back to your regular breath. Releasing the light as you are ready. And then just lying there comfortably. Breath natural. Completely relaxed. As your skin rests against the floor, your muscles rest against the skin. The bones rest against the muscles. And you just let go. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Follow the breath back into the nostrils. Just feel it moving in and out. One of the reasons we focus on the breath so much in yoga is because it keeps us in the present moment. So the breath will help draw you back to the mat, back to the room. And as you're ready, draw the knees into the chest, rolling off to your side. Make your way up to a seated position as you're ready. Drawing the hands together at heart center, bowing the forehead towards the fingertips. Thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate the support, and it was wonderful to see you all. The bright and shining light that resides within me and guides me on a daily basis honors the bright and shining light within each of you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you all very soon. Namaste. Thank you.